Tashema Davis, and today we are going to draw a beautiful rose. So you can draw this rose just for fun, you can draw it for someone special, or you can just practice your skills with drawing. So today you're going to need something to draw on. I'm going to draw on white copy paper, and since I'm drawing on top of a table with a Sharpie, I put down something that doesn't really matter so that it doesn't destroy the table. So have your paper and then your drawing utensil. So again, I'm using a Sharpie and white paper, and we're gonna get started. So the first part we're gonna do is a simple shape, and we want it to be the center of the rose. So let's just do an oval. Pretty simple. And from this little oval, we're gonna have a beautiful rose. So the next part I want you to do is give this oval 2 legs. And then from the side of the oval, you're gonna go around like so, and go under those legs and come down. And that's a little tricky, so I'll do it again. On the side of your oval, you're gonna come around and go under those 2 legs and come down. I think that's the most difficult part. Everything else is gonna be easy peasy, I promise. Then over here, you're gonna bring down another line. Okay? And then you're gonna come around and stop wherever you like. Got it? Okay. And then you're gonna come down again. And then we're gonna come down on this side. Got it? Okay. So at the bottom part, we're gonna kind of do like a slide. Like so. Now these lines didn't connect, so I wanna pull those all the way down to my slide line. And then at the edge of this curved line here, I want to do pointy. So I'm going to come up close, and then I'm just going to mimic that same curve I did and then come up close again. So they're kind of pointy on the ends. All right, and now we're going to start to build our petals around it. So you can start wherever you want. I'm going to start at the top, and you just kind of want to make a curved line. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then on the other side, I'm gonna make another curved line. This time I'm gonna go to a point and then curve down. And I can see the rose. You're probably, thinking like, how is this gonna be a rose? But it's gonna get there. So then we're gonna make another petal, and you can curve it however you want, but it needs to touch this one, okay? And then we're gonna do another one over here. To a point, and this time I want you to go underneath, like so. Then over here, if you have room, you're gonna make another pointy one, bring it around and under. And then I'm gonna make one more over here. This one's gonna be more narrow and kind of shallow because I ran out of space. All right, and now we're gonna make the bottom part of the rose. So down here, we're gonna make a curved line. We're gonna curve from one end over to the next, okay? So just a curved line. Right, and then we're gonna make the stem. So don't touch this curved line, give it some space. And make your stem curve, don't go straight down. Going straight down is kind of boring, so let's curve it. And then I want you to make a little triangle, like that. Another little triangle. And this is gonna be the green part of our flower. Okay, so I'm going to make another little piece, and then I'm going to make a triangle there. And then I have room. I got all this negative space right here. I'm going to put a leaf. So let's start with a slanted line. And then we're going to do a point on both sides, kind of like an arrow pointing down. And then we're going to come out and go around. And you can make as many of these little edges, spiky edges as you want. Then we're going to do another leaf on our stem. So make another curved line pointing up. And make a point. It's looking like an arrow's point. And then you can go up again and curve around. And this one you can just connect if you want, or you can make another point. Now, another thing that roses have are thorns. So we want to make these little triangles on our stem. Because although they are beautiful, they can be a little bit dangerous if you run into a thorn. Okay, so I don't have any room up here, but if you have room, you can put another leaf. I'll do one anyway, it'll just go off the page. So curved line, a little spike, so that we know that this is a leaf and not a flower petal. There we go. Odds are always best in artwork. So we have 1, 2, 3 leaves. We have our stem, and then this bottom part is going to be green also, and all the rest of this is going to be our rose. Now when you do your rose, as in always, this is your drawing, so you can do whatever color you want. I am going to do my greenery first while I think about what I want to do for the rose. So I'm going to do my green, so green color pencil, and you can render in circles so that it's not streaky. And I'm going really fast, but what I'm doing is just this. So I'm just going in circles like this. But because I'm so used to it, it kind of looks like this. And no, we're not speeding up the video. That's really how fast I'm going. And then when I get to corners, I can slow down and really concentrate to make sure I stay inside of the lines. And if you slip and go outside the lines, that's fine. No one's going to count it against you. Okay. Now I'm going to add some vein lines. So I'm going to make a really dark green line to make it look like a vein. I'm going to do that on both sides. And I want to curve it with the leaf, so don't make them straight. Try to curve them if you can. Same thing over here. Make this nice and green. Trying to get rid of all of our white. And I'm using colored pencils because it's my favorite. But you can use markers, you can use highlighters, you can use crayon, you can use chalk, whatever you have. Maybe next video I'll do something different, use a different medium. And we're gonna do our hard lines again, so just give it some pressure to make the line darker. If you're using a different utensil, like a marker, then just use a different color. Okay, then this part is also green. All of this is green. And my stem is going to also be green. And you just render the whole part. Now since the flower is on top of the green, I want to make this part right here look a little bit darker so that it gives the illusion of being underneath. I'm going to make one side darker. If you still can't see that illusion, you can use a different color. So I have a blue, an indigo blue, that I'm going to put on there as well. And that's going to help me get a little shadow. And by adding a shadow, using a different color, then you can create the illusion of depth, making something look more realistic with highlights and shadows. And the Prismacolors are really nice because they blend really well. But I'm not gonna get into blending because this will be like an hour-long video. We just want something quick. So like you see this little dust, I don't wanna wipe it with my hand because it'll smear on the paper. So what I typically do is I pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up and then I just go like that and dust it off. And that avoids, that keeps me from wiping it. So this time I want us to use primaries. So we're gonna use yellow, red, and blue, but then we're gonna also use secondaries. So orange, violet, and green. So we're gonna use these 6 colors to color our rose, okay? So I'm gonna first start with yellow because it's the brightest color. So in the center, I'm gonna start with yellow. And you can do whatever you want because it's yours. So don't feel like you have to do it the same way I'm doing it. So I'm gonna do yellow. And then I'm going to, which way do I wanna go? I'll do red. And then I'll do blue. And then we're gonna learn something. You might already know this, but some of us don't. So I'm just gonna talk us through it. So then if we mix yellow and blue, we get green. So I'm gonna put green over here. Then if we mix blue and red, we get violet. So I'm gonna put violet here. And then the next parts are gonna be a little tricky because they don't have their own shapes, but we can still do it. So if we mix yellow and red, we get orange. So this part in here would be orange. And if we were building a color wheel, then these colors will go in order. But we're making a rose, so we're gonna just do our own thing. But I really wanted you to know that the colors go in order and which colors make which. Okay, so I'm gonna take this orange all the way around, although orange has nothing to do with blue and green. So it's gonna kind of be like a rainbow flower. And you can choose whichever color you want to do next. You choose it. So here, let's see. In my heart, I want to keep the colors in order, but we can't right now. So I'm just gonna do purple next. I'm gonna make these big strokes first, just to cover the surface area so you can kind of see what I'm going for. And then I'll go back over it and take my time. Okay, and then you do your very best to make it look as good as you can. And we can do these same lines that we did in our leaves. The petals also have kind of like those same kind of lines, but they just come from the edge. So they all have these vein lines because they are alive. And that can just add a little extra to your drawing. And then if there's something overlapping, like this petal is on top here, so I can press down a little harder around it to create a shadow. Okay, and then I want to put blue here because in my brain red is there and that makes purple. Just trying to explain my choices. But again, it's your rose. It's a rainbow rose. You can do it however you want. Okay. And then of course I want to do red down here. And I'll save the brighter colors for the top. Darker, see your shadow. And then let's do yellow over here. And I'm gonna do green. I really wanted to do red, but I'm gonna stick to green. this is our leaf, so that's gonna be green. So let's see what color we should do next. Orange maybe. Remember to rotate your paper if you need to move it around. You don't have to just go in the same, keep your paper in the same orientation. You can totally rotate it as you need. All right, I guess yellow will go last. This yellow is really bright. Color is fun. You should always have fun with color. So don't get so uptight, making it perfect or trying to, you know, do something seriously. Just have fun with it. You can always draw another one. So if you made a mistake or you don't like the way you laid your colors, always do another one. That's the beauty of knowing how to draw. You can always create more. Vein lines. And I believe that everyone is an artist. It's just about finding what type of art you're good at. And then let's see, there's another green one. So now I'm just adding some little personal touches. It's not necessary. It's something that I like to do. But again, it's your drawing, so you do whatever you like. And then since the yellow is so bright and you couldn't see the lines, you can always go in with a darker color. Like an orange would be nice. And that way the yellow doesn't feel left out. And everyone has an extra touch of love. Oh, let's do our thorns. I think our thorns are supposed to be red. Or whatever color you want them to be. Alrighty, there we have it. A beautiful rainbow rose that you drew all on your own. And remember, you can always color it however you want because it's your drawing. Drawing and coloring should be fun, so as long as you're having fun, it is done correctly. Thank you so much for watching. Please share your final drawings of your rose. I would love to see them. Thanks, guys.